For a long time, the Jews were without Klal Yisrael consciousness. This approach that I want to be an individual, each individual has to make the best decision for himself, by definition, is not Klal Yisrael conscious. Klal Yisrael consciousness means you have to sacrifice something of yourself. Even, the most basic one is you have to want to fight for Eretz Yisrael. Haredi Judaism basically says we haven't done these things in a while. We haven't had an army. We haven't had a state. We haven't had a government. We haven't had a country. We haven't even had a language or a shared culture in so long. We should not have such a thing. And by the way, other parts of Judaism that aren't necessarily Haredi have that also. But that's like the defining characteristic of what it is. So we have to get back to having a Klal Yisrael. Someone asked me, by the way, when you think of serving in the army, say, I've said it before, it's not for everybody. There's a lot of averas, and sometimes they don't let the army do what it has to do, but it's also necessary. If you would have a group that would say, serving in the army is inherently usher, so that can't be true. Hashem wants us to have an army. We just have to do it right, like most other things. I believe that in an ideal situation, like Moshe Rabbeinu, we should apply his system. If you do not want to serve in the army because you don't believe that there's such a thing as a Jewish army, Beshita, you're not part of this, so you do not get your rights. You do not get a piece of the land of Israel. Let's say you shouldn't have the right to vote even.